Welcome back to another video, everyone. My name is Harmon. Now, most of you guys have heard of different prison escapes or court escapes. Basically any kind of escape from police custody, whether it be at a courthouse, a prison, a jail, sheriff's office, or whatever. Most of the time, whenever someone escapes from one of those places, the person is always found, like 9 times out of 10. This time, though, was a rare case because Thomas O'Connor was never found. Pretty interesting, so let's get into it. So Tommy O'Connor was born Thomas O'Connor in 1880 in Ireland. Of course, he emigrated here to the United States when he was a very, very young child and eventually ended up here in Cook County, Illinois. So Tommy O'Connor got into trouble and had a shootout with a police officer, ended up killing the police officer, March 13th, 1921. So the police officer was a detective, and the detective, his name was Patrick O'Neill. So he was suspected in 2 other murders when the detective was trying to go give him an arrest warrant. And I'm guessing he did not want to go without a fight, so that is why he ended up shooting and killing the detective that came to serve him with the arrest warrant. So initially, Tommy fled to Minnesota to try to avoid, of course, being prosecuted. Eventually, they found him in Minnesota. He was returned back to Cook County, Illinois here, and the judge sentenced him to death for the murder of the detective. Now, most of the time when a person is sentenced to death, like in current times, like 2020, their case goes through tons and tons of appeals, and usually that can last, upwards of like 10, 20, 30 years on death row. Sometimes the person dies in death row before they actually get executed. Things probably were a lot different back in 1920s when all this happened, because it says that he was sentenced to death and then his execution date was 4 days after the sentencing. Tommy O'Connor, of course, was like, nope. Tommy O'Connor's escape from the jail was December 11th, 1921. So it was a very, very cold, blizzardy night, as you can imagine, around Chicago. After he obtained a pistol somehow, him and the 4 others got a 20-foot rope, threw it over the wall, and then they proceeded to climb over the wall and were able to escape by hitching a ride on the back of an unsuspecting person in a car. It's like something you would see in a movie. I feel like if there haven't been any movies done on it, there should be. Back then, there was no Cook County Sheriff's Department. So basically, once they got out of the city limits, there was no like police presence outside that area. So they basically got away with it like no problem. So there was a lot of rumors going around. Some people stated that they thought they saw Tommy O'Connor in like the 1930s, like 8 to 10 years after the escape, in Cook County here. Again, he was never apprehended, and as far as I know, I don't know what happened to the 4 other inmates that escaped with him. Tommy O'Connor did eventually die in 1951. I tried to find more information about what Tommy O'Connor did during his like 30+ years of being on the run. Some people say that they thought he worked as a pharmacist, but again, a lot of these are just kind of rumors. Alright guys, so here's his grave. Now, it doesn't say when he was born, but online it says he was born in 1880. So he was born in 1880, and again, he was born in Ireland, which explains his last name. It's a very, very Irish last name. Now, I presume this is his brother and sister, because they all died basically around the same time frame. Anyway, if you're new around here, my name's Harmon. I go around the country searching for different crimes, crime-related events, and I don't just talk about them. I obviously go to where things happen or where people are buried, like in this case. So I feel like if you enjoy that kind of content, make sure you hit subscribe and the little bell next to it. Turn on the notifications, that way you get notified once I put out a video, which is always Monday and Fridays. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching. Until next time, my name is Harmon. See you guys on the next one. Take care.